Welcome back at 6:30. Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Maddie Kurth, and we'll be fighting to see that sun today, but we'll have no problem feeling it, of course. Here's meteorologist Gard. Going to be a very warm run for all those Crescent City Classic racers.
It is, and that humidity, that's what's going to make it a little bit tough for the race today, but we do have a beautiful start. There's that sun about to peek up over the horizon. Really beautiful, nice pastel sunrise this morning. We have pretty calm winds. We're seeing a little bit of a southeasterly breeze, and that's what's bringing the Gulf moisture in. So look at the temperatures to start off. We're in the low 70s already. That's why you're going to really want to stay hydrated. If you are doing the Crescent City Classic this morning, it will feel mild but muggy. Look at the dew points. Also in the low 70s across the whole area. It's going to feel pretty sticky today, and through the whole weekend we'll keep the humidity around. So here's a look at our forecast for today. If you're headed out on the run, we're going to be in the mid 70s. By 11, we get to 80 degrees, and it's going to feel more like 83 with the humidity. That feels like temperatures will be a little bit higher than our actual temperatures today. So we get to 81 by 2. It'll feel like 85. Our high today forecasting 84. Feel more like upper 80s in that humidity. In the evening, we will fall into the mid 70s by about 8 as that sun starts to go down. For Easter Sunday, same thing. We're going to be 84 for the high, warm, humid and breezy. We do have a 20% chance for rain though. It's going to be a slightly increased opportunity to see some moisture, but it will not be widespread washout rainfall. So we should be good to go for Easter Sunday. It's just going to be breezy. Once again, we could gust up to 25 miles per hour. Here's a cold front that's up to the northwest. We're seeing storms with this. It's really cold behind that. We've seen snow in Colorado, 23 degrees in Denver. We're going to see this front start to approach our area as we go through the weekend. It will not get to us though until Monday. Look how slow it's moving. So that's why we're just going to see the strong southerly breeze into that system ahead of actually getting any rain from it. You see the little tiny pop of green there tomorrow? It's not widespread rain by any means. We should be good to go. For most of us, Easter Sunday, maybe you get a sprinkle. But Monday is when we'll start to see some actual moisture. Even late morning, we'll start to see some showers popping up. We could get a storm or two in the afternoon. As the front gets closer and closer, we'll get more lift from that. And we do have a lot of moisture to work with, so we will have some ingredients there for storms. You can see overnight it dissipates, but then each day we'll kind of see the same thing where we'll have storms popping up late morning through the afternoon, which is very summer-like, but it is because of that little stalled out boundary. It will stay very humid and very warm all the way through the week. So we're just increasing the rain chances to 40% each day. You kind of saw in the modeling, it's not widespread. It'll be more scattered storms, and that will continue all the way through Thursday. It does look to taper off a little bit late week, but we'll have to see if we have any other features coming by. We could see more storm chances. So the high pressure that's kept us drier is still there until about Wednesday. Then we see that moving off. The front dissipates, but we have what we call short waves coming by in the upper levels, which are these little lows. You can kind of see on the black line here, that's a pressure line. There's a little wave. These can pop up rain and storms. So that's what we're going to see happening later in the week. We'll start to see these little short waves coming by, and we'll have enough instability to see some storms popping up each afternoon. This is Saturday. It's just going to be if we see these waves coming by for Jazz Fest. We'll have to watch that closely. But the storm track is still going to be mainly for those areas in the plains. If you look at our potential rainfall, we're not seeing any significant flooding threats. We could see over an inch in some areas, but I think that it's just going to be wherever those storms pop up. We definitely could have high rain rates with those, so we'll be watching that closely. But I don't see a substantial severe threat. I don't see a substantial flooding threat. It'll be pretty isolated to who sees those storms through the rest of this week. So we'll keep watching for that for Jazz Fest, of course, but this weekend, no rain today. Tomorrow, maybe a sprinkle. It's not going to ruin any of those Easter plans, though, but it will be very warm and very humid, especially if you're about to head out to the Crescent City Classic. Make sure you have a way to keep cool and hydrated.
And on the subject of rain, we were talking about this for the last weather hit. All of the rain that we're seeing now and even to our north, right, this isn't necessarily going to trickle down and get to us in time for all of this river cresting that we're talking about with the Army Corps.
Yeah, it's something to watch for because obviously it does eventually get to the
Right.
Mississippi River where you have all that rain over the Red River Valley. So we'll watch for that, but the projections that they have take into account any additional rainfall.
Exactly.
So all of those forecasts will have that accounted for.
Right, this is not new information. They're
Yes.
working this in as well. All right, thank you, Hannah.